Okay, so I couldn't find a good clip to show this with, but I was just going to talk about the Storm, Earth, and Fire teleporting thingy, because apparently people hadn't seen that before. Um, the video where it sort of clarified, I sort of knew what was going on, kind of. Although it was more a cluster of, why the fuck won't my portal work? How the hell did I end up here? To where I was like, oh, I think I'm teleporting to my spirit. That's kind of random, and that's what's probably bugging out my thing. Which I never really tested it, and then I think it was Mustang made a video. I'll link it in this, or the thread, or whatever it is. Um, of what it was, and I was like, oh, so that's how it works, and it's sort of a little bit irritating to me. I kind of like it's sort of fun the way it works, but I really dislike that laying your portal will bug it out. So anyway, what happens is at any point in the game, if you storm earth and fire with your transcendence down, you can no longer transcendence to where your spirit is. Even if you desummon storm earth and fire, it's just lost, and you just see it randomly sitting on the map somewhere. It's actually quite annoying. The upside is you can kind of do amusing things with teleporting to it, which I apparently did in a video because that's where I saw the comments on it, but I didn't I don't do it enough. I feel like it's kind of useless just because the Storm with the Fire clone is so slow. It kind of already has to be on someone, and the chances that it's in a good position is pretty low. So I don't use it all that frequently, which is why I don't have a good clip of it. But it's sort of interesting the way it works. I kind of don't like it, honestly. I wish. Well, I don't know. If you're reporting defensively, it doesn't really matter if your clone's out that much. So if you had your clone out naturally, you could cancel it and then transcendence, which is how I wish it would work. And then if you had your clone out, you could teleport to it if it's intended. I'm not actually sure if it's intended or not, which is kind of interesting because nothing in the tooltips phrases like it says you teleport to a spirit, but I've been playing Monk since it came out. The Transcendence and Transcendence Transfer came out well before Storm, Earth, and Fire did, so it's sort of uh, confusing that it was like, oh, apparently we can teleport to these things. And it's like, I don't feel like it's entirely intended, but I also feel like it's kind of intended because it's really nifty and it makes sense, despite not having a good use, or what I can think of as a good use. So, anyway, uh, let me fix some stuff first. Okay, there we go. I had to make sure this didn't mess up. Um, Basically, I'm going to try to show you how it works. If you put down your portal, it works normally. You summon a Storm Earth and Fire. When I summon a Storm Earth and Fire, you can teleport to it. And it goes to your Storm Earth and Fire, not your portal. It does not require that you have your portal down first. You can just do it. Which actually may end up being a better way to use this a trick thingy, whatever you want to call it. Just because if you go, it's hard to do either way. If you teleport in, I generally want a way out, but you don't have your teleport, so I guess it doesn't really matter. To where I would, in the situations where I would teleport in, I would equally want a portal to be able to go back defensively because stuff like that can backfire pretty quickly. I was just showing it spams you have no spirit active even though it's sitting right next to me. Um, Put down a new one. Apparently, I was on like some other server or something because it was really laggy, but I ported on accident, which is a little awkward. Anyway, when you do actually summon Storm Earth and Fire, even if you transcendence whatever it is, it just bugs out. You don't have a spirit active and you can't teleport to it at all. Like once you Storm Earth and Fire with transcendence already down, it's gone. It shows up like it's there. It's gone. It doesn't count. It's just some random animation on the ground that does nothing. Um, which is one of the reasons it confused me to like no extent. Was just, wait, why can't I port? Was just almost every reaction I had to this when I was using Storm Earth and Fire to cleave or do various things. Um, the only semi benefit I could see from it would be like you could throw your Storm Earth and Fire on something further away and teleport midair.